Welcome to another edition of Biro Sports Talk. I'm your host, as always, Biro. And like always, you can always email us at BiroSportsTalk. BiroSportsTalk at gmail.com. And let's not forget all the platforms we're on. We're on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, Twitch. You can find Biro Sports Talk on LinkedIn. And of course, we are pretty much everywhere, So let's talk about some sports. So the big surprise recently for me is the fact that we're looking at a 2-1 NBA Finals. Right now the Celtics are in the lead. I mean, it's not a surprise they're in the lead. It's more a surprise that how they're doing it, I suppose. Tenacious defense. Just hard-nosed, hard-fought battles. But I'll be honest, I haven't got to watch any of it. It's all been very late. And I am always tired. For example, last night was game 3, and I was passed out by 8. Game started at 9. Yeah, that's how bad it's been for me. But the Celtics won 116-100. I do expect the Warriors to balance that out here shortly. As my watch just tells me I've closed all 3 rings today. As one should. But you look at the stats, I mean, Curry, Thompson, they get their points. Poole had 10. Wiggins had 18. Draymond's doing nothing. But, I mean, there's just a lot of guys not pulling their weight on the Warriors. Where the Celtics, Tatum gets his 26, Smart gets 24, Brown gets 27, Horford gets at least 10, Grant Williams at least gets 10. I mean, you got some more balance there. But it's okay, because, like I said, I think it will even up, kind of like the NHL. NHL tonight, you got Lightning, Rangers tied 2-2. Pretty sure Lightning just won back-to-back. I'm trying to remember. Because there's a lot of talk about 0-2. I'm trying to see now. Yeah, because the Rangers jumped out to a 2-0 lead. Now the Thunder tied it back up 2-2. And tonight they're going to break the tie in Game 5. How does the best of 3 final 3 games play out? Again, 2 teams I don't know much about in NHL. But when we talk about basketball, Warriors, Celtics, I still think it's a Game 7, and I do think the Warriors pull it off. So what happened? Ooh, this might also be what happened. Curry says he's going to play in Game 4 despite unspecified injury. Ooh. He suffered an injury late in the 4th quarter when Al Horford rolled on Curry's leg. Ooh, ouch. It just sounds like he might have had something tight, nothing too serious, anyways. Which is always good. You always want it to be good. The Lakers star LeBron James, of course, even though he didn't make playoffs. Or the main playoffs, I should say. Did they even? I don't even think they made the play-in games, did they? I thought they got beated out. Yeah, they got beaten out of the play games. I forgot about that. So yeah, they didn't even make the play-in games. That's bad. That's bad, bad. But anyways, focusing. Ooh. There's an article saying everyone wants this Las Vegas team for basketball. The Raiders moved to Vegas. Hockey has their imprint in Vegas. Everyone wants a team in Vegas. And I mean, this is the big talk in basketball recently. So the league wants to expand from their 30 teams. They do. Most likely to 32, which a lot of leagues have. Because a lot of people are saying Seattle and Vegas. And I think it's a matter of time for that. Excuse me. Because Vegas would be a great place. I mean, we've proven it with the Raiders. They've proven it with the Golden Knights. Vegas just makes sense for sports teams. And as gambling becomes more legal, national intent or name, image, likeness is becoming more of a thing for college. I mean, it's just more acceptable anymore for all of this. However, oh, man, I am really tired. I'm sorry, guys. Hey, Chronic, what's up? See, 100. What is up, man? Appreciate it. With 100 bits. Can't thank you enough, man. But speaking of basketball, because, you know, we always speak of basketball on this channel. Or try to. And you'd think I'd be a little more on top of things. There we go. Now I can actually, you know, pay attention like I'm supposed to. There. But ESPN came out with a mock draft. Best fit versus best available for every team. I disagree, but we'll see how this plays out. So team needs. So best fit for the Magic, they say, are Jabari Smith. Chet Holmgren, of course, is who I would say is the best available. Number one overall, best prospect. Orlando was one of the worst shooting teams because 33% from three-pointers is disappointing now. When I was going through high school, that was a good percentage. But Smith, Jabari Smith, he's a 6'10", 42% three-point shooter. He's very good. He can create for himself. It's a debate of, do you want the younger player or the more solidified player? And I say that because Holmgren has solidified he's going to be a factor in the league. He's going to be decent. Jabari Smith kind of came on the scene this year, did really well. I'm pretty sure he was a high recruit. I mean, you always get all these recruits that are highly rated. Yeah, he was a 5-star recruit, was ranked 6th, choosing Auburn. So not terrible. Not great by any means, but not terrible. Thunder, though, they say Holmgren's a better fit. Best available would be Jabari Smith. I think it would be great to have Holmgren in Oklahoma City. It kind of works. But it would also be nice to see Holmgren with his boy. I don't know why I forgot his name already. He's on the Magic. They grew up together. They won state championships in Minnesota. It's Jalen Suggs. Also went to Gonzaga. Was hoping that he would stay at Gonzaga a year so that they could play together. But if Holmgren's not there and Jabari Smith is considered the best available, I would still go with Paolo Banchero. That's who they have at 3 to the Rockets. I'm just not high on Jabari Smith. I'm just not. And we're still not quite to this mock draft season, but I'm just looking at some of these guys. Who they have. What makes sense. Some of these names that I may not recognize. I can't argue with a lot of them. Two Ohio State guys are going in the first round, more than likely, it looks like. A lot of Duke guys, of course. But like I said, we'll talk about it more when it's that time of year. Man, this one really throws me off. On team need, Trevor Keels, the guy who I thought would go back, but decided to go. Keels is a type of big, versatile guard Coach Jason Kidd likes and would make sense pairing alongside a superstar ball handler like Luka Doncic. Keels is one of the youngest prospects in the draft, being barely over 18. Hard-playing wing who doesn't need plays called for him. That's the G League kid who's 21. But Keels, his feel for the game and winning spirit bodes well for his long-term projection. Yeah. I don't know. Keels was okay, but I still think it would have made more sense to see him elsewhere. Oh, man, oh, man. I am yawning like crazy tonight. It's going to be contagious. But since it's, the summer, essentially. It's not quite summer yet, officially, season-wise, but, we got our warm weather and all that. Baseball's here. So, of course, like to run through what's going on in baseball and a little quick rundown. And you may see, once we finish Final Fantasy VI, some baseball streams. I mean, a lot of people do these like ultimate teams, these my teams, uh, fantasy, these like made up teams. I'm more of a franchise guy. I like to start with a team and draft and whatnot with that team. So we shall see how that plays out. If we do it, if we don't do it, we'll see. But anyways, like I said, so the standings, Yankees in first. They're up 6.5 on the Rays, 7 on the Blue Jays, 10.5 on the Red Sox. Orioles sitting at 16.5 behind. 16.5 is pretty as much the deepest any team is behind. Worst record right now are the Royals. So that's a surprise. Kind of. In the AL Central, the Twins are still in first. They're doing all right, but are losing steam. The Guardians have finally turned it around a little bit after losing a bunch of games. They're still 500, 4 games back of the Twins. 5.5 back are the White Sox, 9 back the Tigers, 13.5 back the Royals. However, the Royals are 18-37. Not very good. Astros are right now leading the AL West after the Angels have lost 14 in a row. Ouch. I didn't think it was that bad, but now it makes sense why they fired Joe Madden. 14 in a row? That hurts. Ouch, man. Ouch. So it started with a 7-2, then 6-3, 4-3, close one, 6-5, 11-10, blowout to the Yankees, blowout to the Yankees, 2-1 to the Yankees, blowout to the Phillies, blowout to the Phillies. 2 runs, not really what I'm counting, to the Phillies. A 1-run game with the Red Sox, another 1-run game to the Red Sox, and another 1-run game. That's 7 of those 14 1-run games. Ohtani actually has the most at-bats. That's intriguing. Trout's right up there at number 3, and Jared Walsh second. I like my numbers, but I'm not quite super into the numbers like some baseball guys. See, Trout's at 14. Okay. But the real question is, how's Ohtani pitching this year? Just out of curiosity, last I saw it wasn't very good. Where's Ohtani? Ohtani's right there. He's at 3.99, which is not good. Quality starts. He's had 4. He's started 9 games. Which is the most by a lot. So, like Noah Syndergaard. They have some guys. I'm more surprised they aren't doing more with those guys. And that's been my thing with the Angels for a while now, though. They have guys, they just need to put it together. But moving right along to the National League, the Mets. You're looking at 38-21, 7 games back are the Braves. 9 games back are the Phillies. 11.5 are the Marlins. 16.5 the Nationals. Braves been playing well. You're defending champions. As they're above 500. They just keep rolling. The Brewers are in the lead of the NL Central. Half game up on the Cardinals. They're really close. Pirates, 6.5 back. Cubs, 8.5 back. And the Reds, 12 games back. The whole division kind of on a low right now in the NL Central. Reds, though, still a little surprised at the fire sale they had at the beginning before the season started, but they're doing okay. We'll see how they end, but the fire sale says they're not going to end very well. In the NL West, though, you got the Dodgers, the Padres, Giants, Diamondbacks, and Rockies. Dodgers in first, 2 games back. Padres, Giants 6.5, Diamondbacks 10, and 12 games back are the Rockies. The Rockies, if you haven't been following, the team that Chris Bryant plays for, and the team that seems to be fallen off the face of the earth. Yeah, they're just. Excuse me, good. Huh. Yeah, they've been losing 2 of 3 for a while now, or 3 of 4, which is bad. They won 2 of 3 against the Marlins, but a sweep by the Braves. Ouch. But all intriguing stats as well. The big news I found today that I got a notification on my phone for was college football is getting their own pack of cards, essentially. So, Fanatics and Topps announced trading card agreements for college football and basketball. Still not quite sure about the Fanatics collectibles because I have seen that pop up a lot more. Partnerships that include nearly 150 universities and separately more than 200 named 200 athletes. So, beginning this fall, Topps, using the Bowman University brand, will release non-exclusive trading cards featuring current athletes. So not bad. Some athletes who will feature will be Bryce Young, Stetson Bennett, Bo Nix, Caleb Williams. You know the names we've been hearing for a while now. It's all going to be intriguing. I plan to try to get some of these because I'm not going to lie. This is something I like. Trading cards. I like collecting sports cards. The one I'm just not sure is this Fanatics one. Like, I'm going to have to see what these look like, man. I see Panini. Panini's not Fanatics, though. That's just my opinion. Well, apparently it is. I go to Fanatics, look for trading cards, and I see all the brands. So I guess they help sell these brands. Okay. Not what I thought when I thought Fanatics. I was thinking like name brand cards, not Like Fanatics branded cards, not, oh, let us sell Tops, let us sell Panini. Let me sell these for you. That makes some sense. But yeah, I would love to get my hands on these Tops football cards because they have it for college football and basketball. Oh, now you know I got to get these cards. More intrigued what schools they got because they said 150 universities. That's a lot of universities just to get. I'm trying to think what it would be though. Over 200 students, yeah, that's not saying much. I'm just so intrigued now. I really want to know a lot of these cards now. Long-term trading card rights for multiple sports. Fanatics did acquire Tops, so that makes some sense. Okay. I still don't quite understand how they're selling Panini cards though on their site. Panini, their own brand, after all. But I digress. That was big news. You just don't see those cards. Usually you see like the draft picks in their uniforms, but this will be intriguing. The grandson of Lloyd Carr, CJ Carr, decided to go to Notre Dame instead of Michigan. Lloyd Carr, legendary coach for Michigan, as some will know. Always intriguing. But we're getting closer and closer to the end of the transfer market period for college basketball. Pete Nance, this article here by Sports Illustrated.com talks about who still can land a difference maker. Pete Nance, formerly of Northwestern, has some great skill. Trying to see. Waited until the 11th hour to decide on whether to return to college hoops, but it eventually did elect to withdraw from the draft. North Carolina is apparently looking at Pete Nance, 6'10" big man at the draft. Jacob Grandison, Illinois. Another guy highly considered by many teams. Versatile, great shooter. Played for a good team in 2021 and 2022. He has an extra year of eligibility, wanted to play somewhere else. So he's in the portal. I don't know who he will go. But I think Duke would be an interesting choice, not going to lie. Courtney Ramey of Texas, another decent player. But here's the one I've been talking about for weeks now because what's the deal with Imani Bates? The kid who reclassified early, struggled this past season because he just wasn't physically built yet. There's a lot of media speculation about if he makes the jump or not. Would a team with holes to fill in the wake of the draft deadline, like Michigan, circle back with Bates? I don't know, but Bates, this doesn't say as much as I would like. But Bates, man, he was a guy. Like, he was supposed to be the next guy. And he's struggled last year with back injuries. He just wasn't built yet. He just wasn't there yet. Sharif O'Neal, on the other hand, made the decision to go into the draft. We'll see how that plays out because I don't know what his college career was. Because he didn't really play with LSU. It was weird. Oh, man, there's other guys like Joey Baker of Duke. Like, some of these shooters are leaving Duke, and that's weird to me. But with the transfer portal, I get it. Some guys want more more minutes so they can get more touches, so they can do more. There's some recently committed guys, but Joey Baker's an intriguing one. So let's see if I can find what's going on. Entering summer for the transfer portal. Everyone's looking at Pete Nance, Courtney Ramey, and Emmanuel Akot. Ooh. As the top uncommitted in the transfer portal. However, there's also Amani Bates. Everyone's saying Louisville from Memphis. That's an intriguing pick, actually. I like it. That's a really intriguing pick. I don't see that, though. He went back home to Michigan for this back injury. It hurts to think you would go to Louisville because I just see him going elsewhere. I do see like a Michigan or somewhere in that Michigan area more than I do a Louisville, but he's a good shot. Like, he can shoot. He's not too bad. I just don't know how I feel about him with Louisville. There's the other guys, of course. There's all these names. But we've kind of reached our time. Wanted to go a little longer just because of the whole starting like 5 minutes late. It's okay. Oh, the College World Series Championship Finals are going on for softball. Oklahoma is facing Texas. Oklahoma a whopping 58-3. Like, what in the world? I mean, they've been the top team all year. I'm just trying. Come on, can I? I just want to see who they actually lost to, because I thought Texas was one of these teams, and all it's going to do is keep taking me to their. They don't really show you their records for some reason. They won't let me. I see how it is. College softball, Oklahoma schedule. Of course, the school should actually have what I need. All right, they're 58-3. They haven't lost at home at all. Lost one away game and lost twice on neutral site. The first loss was probably Texas. I have a feeling it's Texas. First loss was Texas on April 16th. Next loss, Oklahoma State on May 14th. And their next loss, UCLA, Hall of Fame Stadium. When they lose, I see a close game, 2-run game, and a 3-run game. No, 4-run game. UCLA actually got some numbers on them. And the UCLA game was in the College World Series, was playoffs. The Big 12 softball championship, they lost. Ooh. So they didn't even win the Big 12. But Texas does have that win over them. That's why that's a big deal. I mean, I see Oklahoma pulling it out, winning. They've already won the first game of the World Series. But it just started, so. I will see you guys hopefully sometime this weekend. We will see how that plays out. Chronic Nerd Gaming, give him a like and follow if you haven't already. Chronic, I believe he's streaming tomorrow, Friday. If I reach over here real quick and pull this up, I should be able to tell you what he's playing tomorrow. As normally, let's see, Thursday, no, we're looking at Friday. Usually Fridays are his fight nights with WWE, so definitely give him a like and follow. Thank you for whoever stopped by. Once again, we are on all major outlets. We are on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, Twitch. We are also got an email if you have questions, concerns, topics. BiroSportsTalk@gmail.com. And don't forget to give Evo Retro a look. Gaming merch, gaming accessories, in the works. So, I will see you guys hopefully this weekend. If not, Tuesday for some gaming. So, see you then.